everyone, and welcome to HSMP 3200. This is Health Services Administration. I wanted to put up a short, quick little video just as a course orientation since we're doing this in an online environment. I want to give you some detail about how I have the D2L site laid out, and I'll also have some additional videos that I want to strongly encourage you to go out and watch regarding the different assignments that we have due throughout the semester to just give you a little bit more insight in how to complete those. So we'll start out just like with every other D2L class or D2L section that you have, I'm sure, starts out with the news feed. Now, since this is an online class, the news feed is going to be my primary way to relay information to you aside from email. So I would recommend logging on and checking the news feed at least 2 to 3 times a week. I'll post different things on there. I try to post a weekly wrap-up every Monday from the previous week, going over anything or any questions that we had from the last week. So make sure to check out the news feed. I also link up a couple things in there as reminders for homework assignments or different assignments that we have due, exams, quizzes, things like that. So again, make sure to check out the news feed. Now, if you will too, one other thing I want to point out, if you scroll down just a little, you have a calendar right here on the right-hand side that will show you, different things coming up due, different things when Dropbox is closed, when quizzes are open and closing. So make sure to keep an eye on your calendar too so that you know of any upcoming events that we have due. And we'll switch on over to content. Now I'll go ahead and let you know my view will look just a little bit different than yours since obviously I have instructor access and you'll have the student access. So for the most part it should look very similar with a couple of different little details that may be different between my view and yours. Now, if you'll look at your syllabus and kind of follow along, you'll see how I have the content section set up. So syllabus and supplemental information, if you click on this, I'm going to have the entire syllabus listed here. So we'll go ahead and click on that and let it load. Please read over this. Within the first week of class, it's going to have some very good information regarding the class, particularly around your course outline and assignments. I have these laid out of when everything's due. We have the discussions here in orange, a couple due, as well as quizzes. It's going to tell you what topics they're covering and what their due date is. So you can see, let's say, week 5, which is week of September 25th. We're going to have quiz 3 covering topics 7, 8, and 9, and that's going to be due Sunday at midnight. So please make sure to review over the syllabus. Like I said, lots of information in here and lots of information regarding your different assignments that are due throughout the semester. So we'll go back. Let's go back one. Now what I've done, since the syllabus is pretty lengthy, went ahead and broken out the course outline so you have easy access to it. You can go right to it and see what's due, week 1, August 28th, week 2, September 4th, and so on, all the way down to the end of the semester. Now it's important to note that here because if you go back to the table of contents, you can see I have the contents laid out by week. So week 1 was role of manager and supervisor, topic 1, as well as evolution of management theory, topic 2. So if we click on week 1, you can see I have a couple submodules in there, supervisors and managers and evolution of management, along with their associated reading, any external readings that I have that are supplemental to the textbook. As well as lecture videos will be loaded here. Now a quick note about lecture videos. These may be different than what you're used to for online classes that have done lectures in the past. I won't have something to say for each slide. I kind of just add supplemental information as we go along. So there may be some spots in the recording that there are there's no volume. It seems like there's no volume, but it's because I'm not adding anything on those particular slides. I'm just going through and adding a couple things here and there. So you have your video here of the lecture. They're always very, very short, you know, quick views, and then you have your lecture slides here, so these two go hand in hand, and then for this particular one there's three external kind of supplemental readings that you have out there. Now you can see again we go all 15 weeks. Everything's going to have something in it that relates back to the course syllabus, so please make sure to check that out. These two documents are something that I put in every class that I teach, so you may use them, you may not, but I always like to have them out there. If you've had a class with me before, you should be familiar with these. This one's the analysis versus summary document, so if I ever ask you to analyze something, this is going to give you the difference between what a true analysis is and what a true summary is. So if we have an assignment like that, please make sure to view that document. And then these are just some picky rules for writing, you know, just kind of self-explanatory, just a couple little hints to help you out there. Going back to the content module, I also have an assignment module that comes in right before we start into the different weeks. Now these are going to give you all the different assignments that we have throughout the semester, and like I said, I'll have different videos covering these, so I won't cover them in this particular video. But we have our discussion boards, Harvard Business Review articles, and then our case scenarios, and I'll go over each one of those independently. If you go to discussions, go over to communication, and discussion is where you will find our discussion boards that you'll be participating in throughout the semester. I have one particularly just for questions, concerns, comments about the course. Just remember, you know, while you're welcome, and I encourage you to post on this, if you have something that needs a quick response, please make sure to email me at huntjr1@etsu.edu. That will be the quickest way to get a hold of me. But like I said, you know, you're always welcome to post on this board, and I will get back to you within a timely manner. Now, if you scroll on down, these are discussion questions throughout the semester. So there are some criteria that you have to meet. So please make sure to review over that. And then each topic is listed. Now I am asking that for some of these you'll have it listed to please post your response by Wednesday to allow time for discussion before the week's end, because they are due by 11:59 on Sunday of the week that the discussion board opens. All discussion boards will open at 8 a.m. on Monday of their assigned week, and they will close at 11:59 p.m. on that Sunday. So try to have your posts made by Wednesday so that others have a chance to review and respond, and that we're not waiting till the last second to get these done. We'll scroll back up. I have already, and I'll go over this in the case scenario overview, but I have already went in ahead and assigned you for your case scenarios that you will be reviewing. If you go to communication and groups, you will see what case scenario you have been assigned to, and these are, I have a different view than you will. You'll only see one case scenario. But you do have your criteria listed here. This is straight out of the syllabus to just give you an overview of what and how you will be completing this assignment, so please make sure to review that. If we go over to evaluation, you can see we have 5 quizzes, a midterm, and a final exam for the throughout the semester that you'll be responsible for completing. Each one has a set due date. We'll open the week that it's due. You can see it's going to open at 12 a.m. So let's take, for example, quiz 1 is going to open during week 2, which is the week of September 4th at 12 a.m. And it will close out September 10th at 11:59 p.m. So you have you know, about an entire week to complete each one of the quizzes and the midterm exams. So please make sure that you're aware of these due dates, particularly around the final. I had to cut it just a day short because of it being finals week. But know that everything's open from Monday at 12 a.m. to the following Sunday at 11:59 p.m. And if you have any issues, please let me know. Sometimes we have some issues with Lockdown Browser, which is used for this course, so please let me know if you're experiencing any issues as soon as they happen. That way we can troubleshoot them and work through it. Now, you also go to evaluation and go down to Dropbox. I have a couple of Dropboxes set up for each one of your assignments that you'll be turning in. You'll see your review paper for your Harvard Business Review with the associated rubric. You'll have your interview with the healthcare manager assignment, your scenario analysis, and then I have this particular Dropbox that I've created called your late assignment Dropbox. Now that is detailed out in your course syllabus if you'll read it under instructional methods. The late assignment Dropbox is going to be available for submissions that miss any assigned deadline. So if you miss the deadline for your Harvard Business Review, if you, let's say you don't submit the assignment by October 15th at 11:59 p.m. and you try to submit it October 16th at 8 a.m., you will submit it to this late assignment Dropbox. And this is for all assignments for the Dropbox. Now, it is important to note here that any assignment that misses the deadline, the Dropbox will not be reopened. So again, let's go back to our example. You missed the deadline for the Harvard Business Review Dropbox. The Dropbox will not be reopened for you to submit to that particular Dropbox. You will have to submit it to the late assignment Dropbox, and anything that misses the deadline is subject to a 5-point deduction for every day that it's late. So if you do not submit to October 17th, then you have an automatic deduction of 10 points off the assignment before I go in and start grading it. So just make sure that you're aware of that. And again, you know, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at any time. I'm more than willing to do what I can to help you through the course. I know the nature of online courses is a little tricky, so I try to stay open and very communicative with you guys. Again, your grade, I won't click on grades since I have the instructor view here. But evaluation grades will show you your grade book for the particular course. And then if you go to class tools rubrics, this is where it may look a little different for you guys. You can see the rubrics that I'll be using to grade your assignments that are going to the Dropbox throughout the semester. Guys, that's pretty much the short and sweet of it. I know that was a lot of information, a little bit of time, but you know, read your syllabus. You know, if you have any questions after doing that and viewing this video, you know, feel free to stop by and see me anytime. I'm located in Lamb Hall in room 41A. I'll be happy to meet with you anytime if you're not local or not on campus or can't get to the office. You're always welcome, always welcome to email me at huntjr1@etsu.edu. You can also call my office at 439-6135. And I also have Skype available if you are, you know, a distance student and just need that face-to-face communication. You can Skype me anytime. And my contact information, again, is here on the syllabus. We'll scroll back up. All my contact information is right here available for you guys. So my office location, like I said, Lamb Hall, room 41A. Phone number, 439-6135. Skype name, as well as email. Guys, I'm looking forward to the semester, and again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at any time.